I'm so happy with how this bed is growing. I planted and sowed it up a few weeks ago, and the peas are zooming along. They need some support, so look at how they're just clinging to each other for support at the moment, which is why I brought all of this up. The lettuce seedlings are looking gorgeous. There are seeds that are up, the radishes, the green onions. So much is happening in here, but I do need to make some changes. I need to sow a few more seeds, and I noticed that there's a little bit of space down here on the corner for me to put in something extra. So there's lots going on in this bed today, and plenty more planting, because I need to plant up the Polycrub. The entire thing needs to be planted up with my summer crops. The strawberry pallet planter here needs to be replanted. So there is a lot on the agenda today. This is the busiest time of the year for me. People often think that the hard work in gardening is preparing and planting a bed, and we will get to that again. But honestly, that is just the beginning. Once everything is in the ground, that's when real gardening starts. You might need to add supports for climbing plants as they grow, harvesting and reseeding rows, and keeping on top of weeds before they take over. There are always little gaps to fill too, perhaps a spare lettuce or culinary herbs tucked in here and there. And then there's the ongoing care, watering, mulching, tying in stems, checking for pests, and simply paying attention. A productive garden bed isn't made in a day. It's shaped slowly through regular care and looking for opportunities. There's only a couple of crops left here from those that I sowed a few months ago. I removed the spinach, the radishes, quite a few small weeds that had popped up in between, but I still have a really good crop of green onions, scallions over here, and also some lettuce down one side of the bed. They're probably gonna start bolting in the next couple of weeks, so we're gonna be eating tons of salad, I can tell you that. This contraption is something that I'm going to be doing from here on out. It is so simple. Because we have so many animals in the house now, including 2 kittens, a puppy, and the rest of the animals, we've got 7 now, I couldn't risk starting too many seeds indoors and growing them under grow lights because it could just be a disaster. So I decided to move all of my seedlings out here as soon as I thought it was warm enough. So I've got my tomatoes here, my peppers, beans, everything. This is keeping them elevated, so out of the reach of all different sorts of animals, including rodents and slugs and puppies and cats. And they've been growing here for the last couple of months, I guess. But because evenings have not been as warm as they would be inside the house, a lot of my crops are a bit behind. They're quite small in comparison to previous years, but they will catch up. I just need to get them planted. And so I need to take all of these plants out. I need to give the soil in here a good watering in. I've got to get my ollas replanted, and I need to get the show on the road. So let's get started. It took several afternoons to get the Polycrub ready and planted, and that began with clearing it out, adding mulch, and stringing new lines for climbing plants to grow up. When that was done, I planted each of the beds with heat-loving crops and ollas. I'm using 2 types this year, DIY ollas made from unglazed terracotta pots, and my automatic ollas that you can buy. Both act like underwater water reservoirs that keep the soil damp and provide consistent moisture for plants. They are a simple and ancient way of keeping crops watered. We are completely planted up now. 3 full beds. We've got the ollas in, we've got the automatic ollas in, and I want to show you what's planted here as well. First off, I have mulched this bed here and the one over here with the compost that I bought in. It is a mixture of horse manure and wood chip, very, very rich. And I think that the cucumbers and the squash and courgette, the zucchini that I have planted over here, are going to love it. I have put a couple of tomatoes in there as well. although I imagine that they will produce fewer fruit and more leaves than all of the tomatoes that I have planted back behind here, behind the lettuce. On this far side over here, I have actually put in some more tomatoes. They are cherry tomatoes though, and this year I'm planning on not pruning them as much because apparently you get a lot more fruit if you don't prune cherry tomatoes. If you are trying to grow beefsteak tomatoes or salad tomatoes, pruning the side shoots helps to encourage fewer but bigger fruit. This one here, this area here is completely planted up with eggplant, 3 different types of aubergines. So we've got green, white, and violet nights. And at the far end, I have a giant achocha. Only one. It's going to get massive, and I hope to cover this back wall here. When all of the lettuce is gone, I've got 2 different types of basil to plant over here, and they will be on the far side of the tomatoes there, and hopefully will have enough light and moisture to do well. I've also put in a few here at the front just to see how they do. And I do still have tons of green onions, so the salad onions down here. As they get harvested, I will be planting a bit more down here. And look at that sweet alyssum that I sowed seeds for a good couple of months ago. It smells like honey in here because of these beautiful little white flowers. The only real place that's open and not planted up yet is this area over here. And that's because I've got some melon plants and I want to get them a little bit bigger and stronger before I plant them in here, and then they too will grow up the strings. This is just going to be such a jungle here in the summer. All of these strings, all of the trellises, it will just be covered in foliage and fruits. And then of course the ollas will get hidden under everything, but will help keep all of these plants well hydrated and producing. Oh, I'm finally making a dent in the garden, and so much is planted up. The Polycrub now, Birdies bed, and the strawberry pallet planter. And this time I've planted it up with alpine strawberries. These are quite invasive. They've got these runners and they will literally just run all over the place if you give them an inch. And so I imagine that this will be completely covered in plants by the end of the summer. But one of the great things about them is that they're ever bearing. And so I can keep coming out here and picking more and more of these tiny, beautiful little red fruits. I think this is going to be a winner. Now, I have been basically trying to resettle myself back into the garden, and there's been so much extra work because I've not done as much work and preparation over the winter. We had it in our minds that we were moving and leaving this house and leaving this garden. But I am feeling so much more settled here, getting things done. And in a couple of weeks, we're going to be back in the garden and we're going to be planting up that second Birdies bed. Again, intensively planting it with crops so that we can maximize that space. This little small garden area back here is going to be just bursting with vegetables this year. So I will see you in a couple of weeks for that. And we will be back out in the main garden in no time as well. And if you would like to stick around and watch some more videos, I will put some up on the screen, some recommendations. Thank you again, and I will see you then. Bye for now.